你正在收看
Tú estás viendo
You are watching 阿童梦魅影
Astro
Phantom Television.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Games A.D. on Astro Phantom Television. Today we got a pretty special one for you. I'm going to play Neo Turf Masters for Neo Geo, a golf game from 1996. Now, I've played I don't know how many dozens of different golf games, from simulations to arcade to party games to everything else. And I can say without a doubt this is the finest golf game ever made. I think if you give it a try, you'd probably agree, or at least find it extremely pleasant to play. Today I'm going to be doing the typical thing with these arcade games, giving myself about $5 for the credits to clear it. I do have a little bit more experience with this game than with the previous Neo Geo game I played a couple weeks ago.
Please select the type of your game.
Today we're going to be doing, of course, a one-player stroke play game. I'm going to use the technician. I find him to be...
Please select your challenging course.
And we're going to play on the Japan course, which is a nice, relaxing, easy-going, laid-back kind of course.
Final day, final party start.
And again, using the Neo Geo X USB joystick, which is not super necessary for, it's a pretty relaxed game here, just kind of pressing buttons at your leisure rather than very quickly trying to kill enemies or something like that. But I find the look of this game and the feel of it just to be just about unparalleled. If you're watching it and you're thinking to yourself, this doesn't look like much, I encourage you just to play it and kind of open your mind to it, because it really is a relaxing experience and extremely rewarding as you start to get better. Now, of course, I say start to get better because one of the main things about this is there's an instantaneous feeling of gratification when you finally get that great score or sink that long putt. You feel like you've earned it, and I think you really have. Now, my finest score ever on this game is a +3 on this particular course. Which, it's after a few plays, not too many. I think I've played maybe 10 or 12 times. But after the second, I was hooked on this game. It was really excellent. And one of the great things about it is the music. It really is. The atmosphere of the game is very relaxing and easygoing. It doesn't put too much pressure on you. There is obviously the issue of, really the only problem I have with the game is sometimes you take too long to pick your shot. I'll let it go here to show you. The game will try to hurry you along, which is obviously kind of part of its, it's an arcade game, so it's not going to let you sit there forever and take up the cabinet. It's going to try to encourage you to take your shot. There it is right there. You have to hurry up. That's probably the only thing that I can call kind of negative about it. I only got a first in middle school. I didn't actually mean to do that, but the dangers of trying to demonstrate. Like with typical golf games, you have to watch the wind, watch out for hazards and traps and whatnot. On this particular course, the hazards are not too bad. They're, I would say, fewer. That's kind of why I played this game. I titled the video a relaxing game of golf. Hopefully it turns out that way. I'll let you know after the 18 holes of complete how relaxed I was.
Hole number.
I think we just, kind of chill out with everything going on in the world. Just enjoy a nice pixelated round of golf. Because everything about the controls and everything feels great. You feel like you're in control of the character. It feels like a game, a video game in the best way. feels responsive to you. It doesn't feel like, you know, you're just kind of along for the ride. A little bit, I think a little bit harder. Would have been just about perfect on that one. Oh well. Now, typically I don't use all those credits. I use maybe 6 per round for 18 holes. Yeah, that's pretty fair. You have to mess up pretty bad to use a lot more than that.
Good shot.
Hopefully I have the audio levels a bit better on this. I can't really live monitor it with my current setup, which is one of the main problems. I can't. If I wear my headphones and monitor the setup, I hear my own voice because the way that I have the audio routed in order to get it captured by the card. And I've ever tried to speak when you're hearing your own voice on, like, you know, a quarter-second delay, but it's just about impossible to not sound like you're losing your mind.
Birdie try.
That's quite a good shot there, actually.
Birdie.
I'll take it. I usually am pretty decent in this course. The German course, that's one of the courses that I've done.
Birdie.
I'm kind of going through this game very slowly. I think you sort of have to. I think you sort of have to try
Starts to strike back.
all the courses, all the players. You work your way through it very slowly and not try to sprint through everything that shows. Here we have a long driving contest. I think with my character, with the wind not being straight at my back, that's going to be very hard to get close to that. I'll give it a try though. And aim a little more towards the middle. Hoping that'll be good. I didn't get the maximum power, so that's not going to be maybe 260 yards or something like that. I did not pick the very strong driving character. Each of them have each of the characters you can pick have slightly different stats, which is pretty neat. You know, you kind of have to try them all and figure out what works best for you. That was a terrible shot. Oh my goodness, that was absolutely awful. I did not realize I hit it quite that hard, but I did. All right, yeah, about 75% power. I hit the actual walkway there, the cart roadway, if you will. This is an interesting shot. You can see the green is up on that little hill. I don't know if I hit that too hard. Maybe? No, that was quite good. Alright. I was worried about hitting too hard, but it was perfect because of the higher elevation. I see we have in this first hole that we've seen with the rain. It's going to break a little bit to the left, it looks like, so I'm going to do it to the right. And I'm just going to sort of hit it right on the white bar, and that was it. Nice. I probably didn't even have to aim to the left. And that's the first over par hole, unless I've lost count somehow. So unfortunately, I have to start back up. That's another credit. So 1 to start, so at 19, and then 1 to continue. Not too bad, really. I'm doing pretty good. Trying to provide commentary while playing does definitely change how you approach everything. That's unusual for me. I typically don't hit it quite that hard on that hole, especially. Okay, again, we're going to go a little bit short layup and try to have a better approach to the green here. I know everybody out there watching this video, I'm not the biggest buff as far as golf is concerned. I do enjoy it. Playing it, I think, is a nice hobby to have for sure, even if you're not good at it. And I have a small collection of Arnold Palmer items, I guess, because he's so fascinating American, character to me. So I find that kind of interesting. I think I can hit this relatively straight. A little bit, maybe 1 bar over the white, and that should be pretty close to being in with the green. Oh, very nice. Wow. Well, that would have been a great putt had I not shot out of bounds on my drive, on my my driving opening shot there. I know golf terms.
Player 1 drops.
You know, when you hit the round thing with
Hole
the...
number 7.
Player 1 shot.
Another good thing about this course, usually not a lot of wind. You can hit it pretty straight, not worry about whatever else is going on.
Good shot.
There is a lot of water, as you might expect, but not much in the way of wind. Not a ton of sand hazards, which is cool. And here you have to kind of visually, there's a mini map on the right, and there's obviously the main screen there. You have to very carefully kind of figure out where you're going to hit the ball, because it can hit those trees easily. So you have to pay close attention to the map.
Player 1 birdie try.
So it's going to break to the upper right. This is going to be another crazy one. Wow, I'm in a very strange positioning here. I think I can hit this one relatively straight again. Let's give it a try. Oh no! The hair to the right would have been absolutely perfect. That's a shame. That is an absolute shame. The putt being so short, the grain matters less and less the closer you get to the hole. So fewer adjustments need to be made, as you might imagine. That was a quick credit to you. Just a couple holes after the last one. That's a shame.
Player 1 had a bad
Things are not
day.
going great. I'm even par. If I finish at even par, I'll be happy, because on the back nine it does get more challenging, as you might expect. I'm going to play pretty conservatively here, just so I don't get in occasionally get in a loop of making just terrible shots one after the other. If you get very aggressive, you get into the water or out of bounds, and kind of get into this spiral of just making these awful shots. So I'm going to try not to do that. Unfortunately, I think I might have just done it there. No, the wind helped me a lot. The 4-mile-an-hour wind got me right back near the center of the fairway. That was great. This is less great. Looks like I'm going to have to hit it quite a bit that way. I'm actually my first hook of the day. And hit this one fairly spot on, and hope that is enough to get me on the green. It was indeed. It's a real pleasure to play this with the official Neo Geo stick. It's a more genuine experience. That was very hard. Wow. Excuse me. Just awful putt there. Well, because I hit that great second shot right to the middle of the fairway, that saved me getting an even worse score on that hole. It all adds up, folks. Interesting par 3 here. Wow. Okay. So every time you play, every round, the pin placement on the green rather is random. So every time I've played this, you have to change your approach a little bit. Where you're going to hit it in the green. Typically, it's the power adjustment is the main thing. So that was quite different. That's about right there. I'm hoping that's about it. I mean, just a teensy bit, one over, one past the bar. Oh no! That I feel like was just unlucky. I feel like that was mainly just unlucky there. I'll take a par. That's because of the pin being so close to the edge of the green and the water being on that side of the green. I feel like getting away with a par on that is not bad. That's the end of the opening front nine. We're gonna run through all the synonyms and the thesaurus for front. Okay, this is one you can pretty well let this one rip, especially with the wind in your face. I don't think I'm going to reach that bunker there. Yeah, 250. That's about. I mean, without the wind at his back, that's about what he's going to max out at. So, I think I'm going to hit straight at it. Alright, 165. That should be least on the green and at least it's released to it. Oh, no, it's not. It absolutely is not. I meant to say it's going to be buried in the bunker.
Third shot.
Okay, so I got to try an approach shot for the first time. Sort of hazard shot, I should say. 17 yards. Hoping that should be not too hard. Not bad at all. It was a teensy bit too hard, but you have to hit it a little bit harder than you think. If you're very new to this game, you have to hit it a little bit harder than you think to get out of those hazards.
Player 1 for bogey.
I'm gonna call that the second unlucky putt this round. That's unfortunate. That could be a difference maker. As opposed, in regards rather to my final score, that could be a real. I think I didn't mean to. I'll have to subtract one credit at being the only I actually used. The nice thing about playing this on an emulator is you can assign a button to give yourself credits rather than actually have to pump quarters into the system. I'm shooting over the rough, which is kind of dangerous. Okay, good. It paid off there, not bad.
Fairway. Player 1 second shot.
There's some nice, cozy kind of fairways and par fives on this. It's really not. You're not anxious and pulling your hair out playing this
Fairway.
particular course.
Player 1 third shot.
The German course, the only one I have experience with. That one, you are pulling your hair out somewhat. Some of the holes are very challenging on that. And some of the shots are just there's so many trees.
Fourth shot.
That is a tough one. That is a real tough one. I think that's a decent approach. Oh wow. Oh what? A chip and birdie. Oh, that's probably my favorite shot to make in the entire world.
Flies for birdie.
30 to 50 yard chip in. I love that
Player
shot.
1
Wow.
starts to strike
I'm
back.
thrilled that I made a shot on camera, on capture.
478 yards.
Player 1
One of my favorite things to do in this game. Okay, I'm quite a bit to the left because of the wind, and I'm just going to absolutely crank it and see what happens. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. It could have been better. I missed that pond, so I'm pretty pleased with that, honestly. Shooting over that, I think, I'm thinking I'm just gonna hit this one pretty hard and see what happens. At this point, my score is not great. I need to make up for it. Well, it's not even good for it. Well, actually, I rolled past the bunker. Wow, I hit that hard enough.
Player 1 third
It rolled
shot.
over the top of the sand in the bunker. Ended up on the fairway. Don't know how realistic that is. I'll take it. That massive amount of wind, I'm gonna hit that a little bit short and just kind of let the wind carry it a little bit. Oh, that was a mistake right there. I was hoping it was gonna get higher up, but of course with that wedge, the trajectory of the roll is quite low, and I just did not take that into account at all. Most unfortunate. Playing position is easy. Is this my fourth shot or is my fifth? It's for both. That's fantastic. Should be in. Okay, good.
Bogey.
At least I used the putt.
Oh no!
Penalty for over
Not a
par.
good hole. Really, it's quite a poorly played hole overall by me. I took a risk, a couple of risks actually, back to back.
13.
Player 1 shot.
But it didn't pay off. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if I really wanted to hit it that hard. I don't think I did. No, I did not. Absolutely not.
Out of bounds. Once
It's not
more
my intention to
birdie.
hit it that hard. I just missed it.
Once more. Player 1
Fingers did not
third
cooperate. I think that should be more like where I wanted it to be. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do the first time. I hit 100%. I hit a maximum
shot. Fairway.
power.
Player 1 fourth shot.
That was not even like a risk, really, so much as it was just a mistake. Okay, I hooked this one around the tree and land in the middle of the green. I'm really hoping that's what's going to happen. That is exactly what I wanted to happen.
On the
My plan was executed flawlessly. Whether it was the right plan is up for debate. It's going to break. I think this is how I want to hit it, because I think it's going to break the opposite direction of the hole. I hit it fairly soft. I'm hoping that's good. Oh, wow!
Bogey. Oh no!
One of my finer bogey putts, I think. Well, that's another continue.
Okay.
So that is, let's see here. 19.
Player 1 falls back a lower rank.
Typically I do about 6.
Hole number.
The closest to the pin contest. Good luck.
Alright, closest to the pin contest. 3 meters, 42 centimeters. The wind looks great. It's a nice approach. You know, I'm just going to kind of hit this one. It's up on the hill again. I can hit it pretty hard. It's the best approach. I think we're still on the green. Absolutely not being the closest to anything. It's 18 yards away, but heck, that's going to break a lot. Wow. Okay. This is going to be absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where this is going to end up. Oh, okay. Alright, you know, two-putting this is not the worst thing in the world. Considering where I landed on the green and how difficult the green this is. It looks a bit, like it's in the fetal position there. The green is a bit, maybe it's just my Rorschach test there. I don't know what's going on with that green.
Player 1 had a
Strange things happening. 2 over.
Hole number 15.
With just a few holes left here. Last half of the back 9, if you will. Alright, just into the wind.
Good shot.
You're landing right in front of that fairway patch. That was perfect.
fairway. Player 1 second shot.
Wow, this is okay. Well, you know, I think hitting kind of straight at that middle tree, the wind should carry it just past, and it should land in the middle of the green. I'll kind of get closer than that, unfortunately. Hopefully that exactly is what happened. Okay, that was a pretty good shot.
On the green. Player 1
My
birdie
throat is
try.
just dry from all the talking I'm used to doing that. And it should be in. Okay, that was a well played hole. That was one of the easier going holes there. I would love to get back to
Nice
even
score,
par.
birdie.
To basically just feel like I just
Player 1
my time.
stays
No, I
lower
mean
rank.
even par at this game,
This
if you're
is
not,
Nancy's report.
you know, tremendously skilled at it, is I think something to be pretty proud of.
Hole number.
Player 1 shot.
This is one where I think again you just pretty much just want to let it fly. There's a raised section. There's a couple of sections in this particular hole.
Fairway.
I hope I'm talking loud enough.
Player
Again, I
1
can't monitor the
second
levels live without hearing my own voice, which is unfortunate. I need to get a more advanced setup here. Okay, that should not. Oh, that's unfair. That to me, that's a bit ridiculous.
Once more. Player
That
1
feels a little bit
fourth shot.
ridiculous. Okay. Perhaps that is a better way to aim. Let's hope so. Okay, again I hit that. No, we're in that loop of this disaster shot after disaster shot.
Once more. Player 1 next
What
shot.
I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to an iron. I'm basically just going to try to hook it around the hill, hit higher up. Hook it around the hill. Okay. That is what I should have done the very first time. Unfortunately, I've lost several strokes now. That was unfortunate.
Second shot.
Hopefully we can just make it to the green and just wrap this hole up because this is a disaster. Hopefully I don't hit the cap and have to give up the hole. That does happen, unfortunately. It's going to go downhill, break to the right, and then go uphill straight. I'm going to have to aim it that way, and then, well, no, maybe that. And then hit it even right there. Oh, that's probably might be too soft. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, I should have hit it harder.
You must give up playing
Well,
soul.
there's the unfortunate the +3 strokes penalty.
Debunked penalty.
It's no, that is the hole there that I would get that on in the previous times that I've played, but I was hoping to play it this time. I have played it pretty well before and gotten a good call on that hole.
Falls back a lower rank.
5 over with 3 holes to go is going to be very, very difficult to get back to even. We'll give it a try. This is like the iconic, unusual hole here. This par 3 up on a mountain. Very cool looking. Oh, we lost it, unfortunately. Just lost it.
Player 1, second shot.
It's a very, very short little chip. Oh, almost a second chip in the
Player 1, for par.
Typically on this coast, I just kind of smash the button, so I don't have to worry about it coming all the way back around. In order to be back right, I need to the power level to be back right.
Player 1 stays.
Hole number.
Oh, this is it, the
18,
final hole.
360.
Player 1, shot.
Okay, this is again. Well, I could take a risk here. You know what? I'm gonna try to. I need to make up. I need to make up for a lot. So I'm gonna hit this one hard and just see what happens.
Good shot.
Yeah, unfortunately, because it says power stats.
Player 1,
And I'm in a pretty rough position here. If I hit that, obviously I'm in a bad. It's with an iron. With an iron, I think that's gonna be too soft.
Fine.
Okay. Well, basically, if I had thrown it, it's about where I would have gotten it. So,
Player 1, third shot.
and towards the hole, and okay. Let's get this one in. 132 yards. That would be a record for me, for sure. That's a strange place for it to stay. Usually when it gets on the hill like that,
For par.
no grain. Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be another extremely unlucky toilet bowl birdie there.
You have
Well, folks,
finished
that's
the
it.
final
That's the
round.
18th hole, and then that's the final round. Okay.
A lower rank.
So we see there I'm
This is
29th
Nancy's
place.
report.
There's 32 golfers, so 31 CPU control golfers, and then 1 person. So I was not dead last, which I'm thankful for.
Try next
29th
play.
place. You're encouraging me to try next play. I will definitely do that, but not necessarily on camera. So there we go. Even par was my finest. That was the third. I was the third score there. That was my initials. Well, folks, as we enjoy the title screen once again of this absolutely, I think, perfectly balanced, just incredibly enjoyable golf game for the Neo Geo. Neo Turf Masters, an absolute all-time classic of sports, arcade, Neo Geo, whatever, however you want to qualify it and classify it. One of the greatest sports games of all times, in my opinion. I'm just going to say thank you so much for joining me on Games A.D. on this weekend. And I just hope that you enjoy the video, the rest of your weekend, and what else you got going on. Thank you again, and see you next time.
Thank you for watching Astro Phantom Television.